Iyanla Mega
I
Fix
just want to leave.
Go ahead and leave.
is just getting started. One father with 34 children by 17 women. Tonight, the mothers
Did you know about all the others? Who is still in intimate sexual relationship with this man?
You're a liar.
That's a lie.
None of you have held him accountable. You're still sleeping with him, and he's got a 2-year-old with another woman. You let a penis penetrate your friendship. Penis!
the children.
How does it feel to be one of 34?
This has been one of the most painful experiences I ever had in my life.
I'm just not buying any of it.
Part 2 starts now.
Let me tell you who I am. I am a survivor, a teenage mother, a welfare recipient, and a woman. I am a teacher, life coach, minister, lawyer, and author. I've had my share of breakups, breakdowns, and breakthroughs. I did my work and put my life back together piece by piece. I am Iyanla Vanzant, and I am here to help you do your work.
Previously on Iyanla Fix My Life.
What I'm getting myself into.
Let me show you what you created. 34 children.
I don't have a problem with what I created.
Irresponsible. Excuse me, that's your baby. You can't put that baby down. Fathers, don't let their children go. Did your daddy demonstrate to you a clear definition of father?
Nah.
Where were you?
That's why he's all up to begin with, because you didn't love him.
I'm not gonna
He's
have
done.
you
I just don't want to
abuse
deal
me,
with
Jay.
it.
Tell him.
Whatever I did wrong, I'm willing to.
Hold on. He lied to you. Jay, your father is leaving. Just let your heart break so that you can heal, Jay. I've met with Jay's parents and dug deep into his past. Now it's time for us to address the chaos he's created with the women in his life. So today we're going to meet some of the mothers of his children so that we can get clear about the demands, the requirements, the expectations, and the upsets and disappointments that these people hold against a man who has 34 children. Jay says he has fathered 34 biological children, and 9 others he claims he's unofficially adopted, with at least 17 different women.
He would pay the bills, but he would not pay the bills on time. So he's always a day late and a dollar short.
He doesn't have time to see all of them. And I never wanted that for my kids. At all.
I have one child by Jay, but my son doesn't know that Jay is his father. I hate to use the word deadbeat dad, but within my son's life, he has done nothing at all. Not one thing.
Our first step on this healing path with the mothers of Jay's children is to create boundaries. Mr. Jay.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good
How you
morning.
doing this morning? The only way you get 17 women pregnant is by being irresponsible. So today, I'm cutting Jay off. So, I got some hard questions I want to ask you. When you look at the 17 women who are the mothers of your children, are there any of them that you are clear that you choose to be in intimate, loving relationship with?
Yes.
Okay. Is it 1, 2, 4, 5?
I mean, it's really one consistent and then another one that's really, usually we're disconnected most of the time.
Okay. I mean, you can have a relationship with your children's mothers that doesn't involve you sleeping with them or paying their rent or fixing them emotionally. This is your child's mother. That means you don't stop by for a booty call. Ever. Write that down. No booty calls. You gotta write that down. And I need you to do something today that I know is gonna be really, really hard for you. But I really want you to do it. I want you to give me your phone. Turn it off. It don't need to be on. And it'll be with me. Do you understand why I'm doing this?
Yes, ma'am.
Your second assignment this morning is write a letter of confession to your children's mothers. I don't know what that confession is, but it has to be the truth. And whatever you need to be forgiven for, you need to ask for that. Because I'm getting ready to blow your life up.
Before I meet with the mothers of Jay's children, I first want to get the perspective of the two women who know Jay best.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
His sisters, Malika and Karima.
How was your evening?
It was nice.
So, just woman to woman. Forget your brother. What passes through your mind when you think of a man that has 34 children? What passes through your mind?
I just felt like he was so dirty. And I don't feel as much now, like, you know, being an adult. When I was younger, I just felt like, that's just dirty. And then there was a lack of respect for the women.
Well, a lack of respect for the women, but what kind of respect do these women have for themselves?
Right.
Well, that's what.
Yeah.
In most cases, you know, we'd ask ourselves, how does a woman meet my brother, have conversation, and at some point they have to know that they have 10
multiple
kids,
right.
15 kids, 20 kids. I mean, how do you go forward?
How do you go forward after that?
How does this happen?
Because they know, they would know that he has multiple kids, not that he hides it.
I need you to tell me who these women are.
Professionals.
No, are they professionals?
In the beginning, it was professionals.
What do you mean, like, what kind of professional? Professional what?
Professional nurses.
He's a doctor.
Police
He's a
officers.
police
Well, one that was
officer.
going to med school, I don't think she completed. but
Excuse me, she was in medical school. I'm not sure.
She had a baby?
She had a few.
A few?
Yeah. But I don't know as much about the more recent women. I don't
I think
know
you
much
said
about them.
that the number was 17. We have yet to meet all of them, but
How
I
many do
suppose
you
they-
know?
5, 6.
But again, as Karima was saying, I think in some cases,
I'll be back. And you are?
Aisha.
Hi, Aisha.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good, come on in. All right.
Some of the mothers of Jay's children have agreed to meet with me.
Have a seat, have a seat. So you have one little girl.
Yes. I have one daughter with him. Yes. My baby.
Sorry. Hi.
Hello.
How are you? Now, who are you?
I am Shantae Jones.
Shantae, come on in. Oh, welcome, thank you. Come on in, come on in. Today is a busy day. Have a seat. Go right down there and have a seat for me for 1 second. Okay.
Hey. How are you?
Do y'all know each other?
Yeah.
You do? Now, and you're Shantae. Yes. And you have how many? Okay, 4 children by Jay. How many girls?
3 girls.
3 girls?
1 boy.
1 boy. Here, Mama, take your babies. Those are your J babies. What's the ages of your children?
9, 6, 5, and 2.
And yours is?
She's 5.
So were you all pregnant at the same time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, wait a minute, I'm sorry. All fashionable, too. Hi. Now, who are you?
I'm Charmaine.
Hey, Charmaine. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Go right in and have a seat. Okay, and you have how many children?
3 boys.
3 boys. And how old are your children?
11, 12, and 5.
Yeah.
All 3 of y'all were pregnant at the same time?
Yes.
Jesus. Okay, wait a minute. Let me get another chair. Yeah, I knew there were a lot of kids. I never considered the mothers. Good morning. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you are?
Nicole.
Come on, Nicole. Yes. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are
Good,
you?
good. You sit right here. Do y'all know Nicole?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody, that's great. And Nicole, you have
I have 1 with Jay.
1 with Jay?
Yes.
Boy?
Yes.
There you go. Good. Now, how long have you and Jay been in relationship?
14 and a half years.
Wow. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I'll be right back. Ooh. How then? I wonder. Okay, hello, and you are?
Iyanla.
Iyanla. Hi, Iyanla. How are you? Come on in. Today is
Who's Iyanla?
Mother's Day. Grab that chair, move it over. Okay, Iyanla, you have how many children by Jay?
One.
One, okay. Now, do you know the other children's mothers?
No.
Do you all know her?
No.
What's your child's name?
Ryan.
So Ryan doesn't know his siblings?
No.
Wow.
Not only does Ryan not know his siblings, but he doesn't know his dad either. He has never met his dad.
Okay, what is that about?
I'm just disgusted with
Well,
her voice, her look. Just everything about her
You
disgusts me.
Now, I'm an outsider. I don't have a dog in this fight. But what I'm looking at is nasty.
There's a lot of things that I've done for these children that a lot of men would not do.
Mr. J,
Yep.
you don't get brownie points for what you are supposed to do for your children.
I'm looking for brownie points, but
Well,
I'm not this father that
well.
didn't do nothing for my kids.
Okay, I really feel like you're not, and it's just too late, basically.
I'm outside of Atlanta, Georgia. For over 2 decades, Jay has had child after child,
Before my first daughter was born, I already had another child on the way.
with woman after woman.
I know deep down inside of myself that I was definitely very serious about at least 15 of the mothers.
In all, Jay says he's fathered 34 biological children, plus 9 others he claims he's unofficially adopted, with 17 different women. That's 43 children.
I didn't find out that Jay had children until I got the phone call from the show. And I still was thinking they were gonna say he had like 5, 6 children. I just feel like I am just another BM, just another baby's mama.
There have been as many as 3 women pregnant by Jay at the same time.
When I was 7 months pregnant, I found out that Jay got 2 other women pregnant at the same time.
There was another baby that was born the day after mine.
I came to find out there was another child being born maybe a couple of months after my son.
It is important for these women to understand why they had children with a man who's clearly incapable of being present as a father. Did he lie, or did they lie to themselves?
And how old is your youngest child?
She's 2.
2.
Oh.
2.
Let me ask the question straight up, no chaser right now. Who is still in intimate sexual relationship with this man? You are. Are you?
Well, I guess as we're trying to work things out, I guess.
Sister women, let me ask you a question. I just gotta ask you this. How are you sleeping with a man who has this many children to the degree that you still having children for him? How you doing that? And there are others. There are others. Do you know where you are in the pecking order?
1, 2.
Iyanla,
Yes.
you're 6. Aisha, you are 8. Charmaine, you're 14. Nicole, you're 15. That means that there are children way older than your children. How does this happen? Did you know about all the others?
I just found out a couple of years ago about her and her. I already knew that one right there
Which one?
in the middle.
Okay, what is that about? What is that about? Look, wait a minute. I'm talking first as women. As women. And then as moms. Because we can't let what happens to us as women impact what happens to us as moms. So what is that about?
Well, me and Jay were in a relationship, and then she took it upon herself to interject. But that is not her side of the story.
Was this your friend? And did you know she was involved with Jay?
No.
You did not.
Charmaine, why are you lying, Charmaine? You're a liar.
Excuse me.
Like, but she's not gonna sit and lie though.
But
Don't
we,
lie.
as women, don't want to be in a
She's a
place,
liar.
okay, where we dishonor ourselves and each other.
I just want the truth, and the truth.
Well, what is the truth for you?
The truth for me is, she knew me and Jay was in a relationship. She was at my house every day. She was at my house.
That's a lie. A lie.
Jay told me out of his mouth that he tried her. He tried her, and she accepted.
Your boyfriend told you that he tried
Now, this
another,
is...
wait a minute.
Yeah, right.
Another woman, and she accepted.
Right.
And you're angry with the woman. See, I mean, I can look at it both ways. She has an 11 and a 12-year-old. She violated and betrayed your trust. But then you went cleaning up behind her and
I
had
didn't
a
clean up
9-year-old.
anything. The difference is, Jay, I was never an affair. She was an affair, but she thinks she was the queen. I know what Jay was doing, and I accepted that. I can accept that, but I'm not gonna accept someone that was my
But what
friend.
all of you
it
have
doesn't
been doing,
matter.
what all of you have been doing is man sharing.
Everybody man share.
Well, not everybody.
No.
I don't play on that team. Now, I'm an outsider. I don't have a dog in this fight. But what I'm looking at is nasty. I don't mean nasty in terms of physically. I mean energetically between women. That's nasty. And that is hurtful. It's very hurtful.
Right.
What do you do to mend this between you and your friend?
What do we do? Well, I'm at the point...
And even if not to mend it, but at least to put it to rest so that your beautiful face isn't all drawn up with rage as it is right now as I'm looking at you.
I'm just disgusted with
Well,
her voice, her look. Just everything about her disgusts me.
But
Like,
are you disgusted with yourself?
I was. I'm over it, though.
But you can't be
I
over
am.
your disgust with yourself if you're still projecting that on her, baby, because y'all were in the same place. And I get the betrayal
Even though we were
makes
in
it
the
different.
same place, she put herself in that position. You know, understand what I'm saying? She interjected herself.
You think so?
I know so.
She don't have a penis. She don't have a penis.
She interjected herself.
She doesn't have a
but
penis.
she interjected herself
She doesn't
into
have
the
a penis.
relationship.
What
So this is where
his
she wanted to be.
responsibility? His responsibility. And that's the problem. None of you have held him accountable.
I have.
None of you.
No, I have.
No, you're still
No,
sleeping with him
I
and he's
have.
got a 2-year-old.
I have.
You're still sleeping with him and he's got a 2-year-old with another woman. He would never see my madam again. She would have whiskers dragging on the railroad track. You betrayed your sister friend, and then you both settled for less than you needed or wanted. You've got 2 children older than hers, so she was your cleanup woman. And then you've got a child younger than her, so you were her cleanup woman. Y'all are doing the same thing. Both of you are responsible for yourself, for your choices, for your decisions. And my question is, why? It hurts my heart that you are angry with her. That breaks my heart. That as women, that you let a penis penetrate your friendship. A penis! I was asked to come to Georgia by Jay, who says he's fathered 34 biological children with 17 different women. During the first hour of my work with Jay, I started at the root of this enormous family tree with Jay's parents, and they shed some light on how they contributed to Jay's pattern of behavior.
The fact that you have had all of these children is because I didn't love you enough.
I learned that when Jay's parents split up when he was a child, Jay was left to live on his own.
Tell me what the hell was going on that a 15-year-old boy was loose in the street making decisions about where he was gonna live. Because that is not his failing. That is your failing.
I agree with you.
Jay did what he felt he needed to do to survive.
So now I'm 15, staying in these different shelters, and eventually I started, got involved with women.
And he's repeated the family pattern of abandonment with these women and the children he created with them.
I feel like I put my kids in a very bad situation. with a man who has so many kids, and he doesn't have time to see all of them.
Jay left one day, and I just never seen him again. So I was just left pregnant, and I just had to do what I had to do.
As a life coach and minister, I'm here to support Jay in healing his broken relationships with his family. But I'm also a woman and mother who knows all too well the kind of damage a broken man and an absent father can do. So today, I'm focusing on the women, the mothers of Jay's children.
What have you learned about yourself as a result of this experience?
I've learned that I'm pretty much gullible, and I'm working on that.
How about that you settle for less than you want?
Yes, I did.
How about that?
I did. I came to grips with that one, too. I
Yeah,
did.
and what have you learned about yourself?
I'm not saying she was a mistake.
No, we never say that.
No, but I was really not trying to have any more kids by this man, by Jay. Because when I was in the hospital with my third child, I found out, he didn't tell me, but I found out that he had another child a month before.
Okay, so how did you get to your fourth child?
Listening to his promises that everything was going, very believable. Everything was gonna be okay.
No matter what you
I'm gonna be there for you no matter what.
But you had one child, Y'all had demonstrations that gave you additional evidence.
But like I said, believable.
This is what I say all the time. I had 3 children by 3 different fools. Not the same fool.
Right.
But then I became aware that I was picking fools and I stopped having babies. I stopped. Now I may have other kind of fool. You understand?
These are all beautiful women, and I thank God that I feel like I'm blessed because I never put my son through that situation. Not saying that I don't want my son to know all the siblings, but I had to make a decision. Do you tell your son that his father's just a deadbeat that says he's gonna come, that don't come?
What is it that you actually expect from this man as women?
Well, right now, as I tell him, all I expect for you to do is keep your word to your daughter. Our relationship is done. Don't tell your daughter you're gonna be there, you're gonna pick her up, you're gonna take her to get ice cream, you're gonna take her to get a gift, and you're gonna do this, that, and the other, and then you don't do it.
Did you love him?
I did. It was a battle for me to get out of the situation. I fought myself. I had to stop. The reason why is because you get to a point where you wear a blanket of shame. When you realize that you're in a mess, this is a mess. I couldn't talk to anyone.
Do you know Jay's vision for his life?
Yeah.
What is it?
I hear it often.
What is it?
It's a whole lot of vision.
Okay, well, the one that you are standing for him in.
Well, his vision is to kind of leave a legacy for his children.
A legacy of what?
Oh,
What can he as a man do for you as a woman? If he can't even pursue his own vision, what can he do for you?
He will not even say that I've been wrong throughout this whole. Right. He won't say that. So I don't think that he can get there.
So a man who doesn't
he won't even own. He'll say,
responsibility
I own mine.
for his
These
behavior.
are my kids, but he won't say he has a reason for why this happened to every one of us. Yeah. She's this and she's that, and you're like this. And
so he disrespects women?
Pretty much.
Demeans them.
He in every relationship he belittles every last one of them.
Yes.
My concern is women who are so broken within themselves that they would invite a broken man into their life and give him permission to stay.
Can I ask, because I feel some resistance from you, Nicole.
She's mad at her because they were man-sharing.
I don't want to keep talking about her in the situation. It's
well, you know why I want to talk about
rest,
No, it isn't, because your energy is funking up the whole room.
I'm outside of Atlanta, Georgia, to do the work with a family unlike any other I've ever worked with. Jay says he has fathered 34 biological children and has informally adopted 9 more. In total, he says he has 43 children with 17 different women.
Like, all I know how to do, I don't even want to say it because that's going to sound real crazy. But I think that the way that I am when I'm with a woman, a child's going to come out of that.
It may be difficult to understand Jay's reasons for having so many children. However, I also recognize that he did not do it alone. So today, I'm working with the mothers of his children. It's clear that some are expecting him to change,
I don't know what y'all gonna do.
while others just accept the crumbs he offers.
We gonna fix this today. Y'all gotta learn to come together as women first and as mothers, because the children are gonna need you. The coming together of women around a common issue. That's what's in this bag.
It may never be possible for Jay to be the father these women expect. So I've given them an exercise to demonstrate that.
Wait a minute, maybe, hold on. I think we should lay it out so we can see.
They each have a portion of a man's shirt, a collar, a cuff, and a sleeve, or a piece of a man.
Like an arm is missing. Is that it?
I hope they can see what it looks like when they try to put their pieces together, a patched-up version of the whole thing.
Here, Mama, you sit here.
Okay. I don't want to sit on Charmaine's
That's
children.
okay. You're not gonna sit on Charmaine's children. Go ahead, y'all sit. That's all right. You do understand that each of you only got a piece of him, right?
Yes.
Do you get that? What are you expecting? Are you really expecting him to show up on time?
No.
Are you really expecting him to be for you who he has not been for her?
No.
What are you expecting?
For the shirt to get up and put itself together.
Which means you have to let your piece of it go. This may not be a story that we tie up with a little neat bow, where everybody goes home happy. It's quite possible that they will go back to the accepting, accommodating, tolerating all of the craziness that they've done before. Or it's quite possible that what they've seen and what they now know is possible will cause them to create some clear boundaries. I really can't say what's gonna happen. But what we have done is we have planted seeds and uprooted weeds. Do you know Jay's sisters?
No,
No.
I don't.
You don't know Jay's sisters. This is Malika, his oldest sister, and this is Karima. Do you all know Miss Stacy, Mr. Jay's mom?
Yes.
This is the only young lady that I don't know.
Iyanla.
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 And you have a son.
He's 11, about to turn 12.
Is he here today?
I refuse to bring him.
Does he know that Jay is his father?
No. I'm trying to protect my son.
I am sorry, and I have said this to more than one of you. I am sorry.
You are not sorry. You are a powerful woman.
Well,
I apologize.
I apologize for the influence or the lack thereof of mine in his life that has caused him to create this. I don't know if it is possible for me to have relationship with that many grandchildren. I don't know.
Well, I think that this is such an unusual situation that you're going to have to switch off your definition of the normal role of an aunt, a stepmom, a grandmom, a grandfather. You've got to turn that off because there's no way that you can fulfill the roles and responsibilities that go along with being a grandma. This is never gonna look normal, ever. So y'all have got to be creative in the way you secure the children and honor and respect each other.
Can I ask, because I feel some resistance from you, Nicole?
I'm gonna be resistant. I'm a resistant person, so I'm good. I mean, you can see that on my face, but this
She's
is normal.
mad at her because they were friends, and she has 2 children by Jay, older than her children, and then she has 1 younger than hers. So they were man-sharing.
I don't want to keep talking about her in the situation. It's
Well, you
dead.
know why I
It's
want
laid
to talk
to
about?
rest,
No,
so
it isn't, because your energy is funking up the whole room.
There's no getting through to me. Like, so.
And that's a choice, and that's okay. And you know what, beloved, we're gonna love you anyway.
Thank you.
We're gonna
I love
you
you
anyhow.
too.
I'm going to meet the kids. I guess, you know what, Mr. J, I have a lot of compassion for your children, but even more for you. I can't imagine what it must feel like to walk in a room where your own children don't like you. Jay says he has fathered 34 children with 17 different women. And it should be no surprise that he's fallen short of his duties as a father.
He's a sperm donor. You know, it takes more than getting a girl pregnant to become a father. He never stepped up to the plate and took care of his kids, so he's not a father, you know?
Jay asked me for my support to help him make amends with his children, but that won't be easy.
Like, I had a baby like 3 months ago, and he hasn't called me.
The last time I saw him was probably like 3.5 years ago, maybe. Our father was never around for anything at all. So there's no proms or birthdays.
Father's Day, nothing.
Anything, no.
My relationship with my dad, I mean, he wasn't really the best father in the world. I mean, I remember him giving me a gun when I was a kid. He gave me a gun. I didn't do nothing with it, but I gave it back to him because I knew it was wrong. But I feel like it's more like this, it's like a brother than my actual father.
And when he calls me from a blocked number. Like, how bizarre is that? Your father calls you from a blocked number. Like, I don't want your phone number anyway.
It's like he was never even existed, you know?
I mean, he has 40 kids. What do you expect?
Wherever there is pain, there is anger underneath.
Hi, Chantel.
It is important for me to hear from these young people.
Iman, how are you?
And to address the patterns of abandonment.
How are you? Okay, have a seat. My goodness, beautiful people. Hi. How does it feel to be one of 34?
Probably some unheard of or some on the way. There's probably some he doesn't know about. There's
Really?
40.
Really? Okay, how does that feel?
I feel like it's gross.
Gross?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not really a feeling, that's a judgment, and that's okay. But what I want you to understand is that you are so much more than just one of 34.
First, he should look at it like, you know, he doesn't care. Because if he cared, then he wouldn't have 40 kids. If you cared about one kid and you can't take care of the one you already had, why would you want to go and make another kid? And then I realized, like, he has a problem.
What are you upset with your dad about?
I'm not upset with him about anything.
Nothing.
No,
Me neither, I just don't
honestly.
care anymore.
Yeah. We have great lives. We have each other. The only person who's been missing is him. And it's not that we missed him, it's that he's missed us. And he's missed a lot. And I feel really bad for him.
Have you all seen him
we're
today?
matching. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I changed my dress.
Not a magic.
That's
man.
so gross.
Outfit change.
Have you seen your dad today?
No, I've not seen my father in a while.
In a while.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up?
I guess, you know what, Mr. J, I have a lot of compassion for your children, but even more for you. I can't imagine what it must feel like to walk in a room where your own children don't like you.
Doesn't feel good. It's not a new feeling.
Read your confession.
What I want to confess is that, you know, I've always loved all of you, and I know it doesn't feel like it, but you've always been the most important thing to me, always, and what you're going through. You know, I understand that, you know, as a father, I messed up, There's a whole lot of circumstances, there's a whole lot of situations, but still the responsibility.
Mr. J,
yes.
You dropped them. They don't care why. Confess it. I dropped you.
I dropped all of you.
No reason, period. What's your other confession?
I would like to confess that I absolutely did not love or care for myself at all.
Period.
Period. That's all that I have right now.
Really? Dig a little deeper. You got some more.
I have not honored your mothers as women the way that I should have.
Let's talk about responsibility. Is there anything you want to confess there?
I will never say willingly, but I absolutely fell short of my responsibilities to you as a provider at times. And the biggest thing I would like to confess is I absolutely did not live up to be the true man that I am and the father that you really have. I'm responsible for the reason why each and every one of you absolutely don't know me.
I don't know. I just want you to know that I just really don't care anymore. Like, I'm just not buying any of it. I don't know. I just want you to know that I just really don't care anymore. Like, I'm just not buying any of it.
You don't care about what, babe? Tell him.
Just like the relationship, like it's over. Like if you really wanted a relationship with me and my baby, you would come over and not have to do it in a television show. I don't get why you have to go to television shows to reach out to your children.
I have way more information than you do in terms of why I choose or not choose to do things. But, you know, recently I really had to take a time out and just let everything go and try to deal with myself, because clearly the way that I have been going
Time
forward.
out for what? You haven't been here.
Time,
Take a time
no.
out.
Well, listen, time out from not being there, time out from making a jackass of myself, time out from making wrong decisions, time out from creating chaos in my life.
What is it that you would want him to hear you say right now?
I shouldn't even be sitting here talking to you right now. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel, just based upon what you did. I just want you to look at that and realize that and see I'm still right
What I
here.
did in terms of what?
No.
Having children, you saying?
In general, having children, you act the way you do.
Do you feel like I've stuck by you at all?
I mean, when I went through certain things, yeah, but I feel like there's certain things I went through you wasn't there. That's it.
What do you want him to know? What do you need to say to him?
Okay, what I need to say is that I'm okay. I'm fine. And I don't know what that means to you. That might mean that may affect you negatively in a sense, because I don't want you to feel like you were totally unnecessary. But life goes on.
What do you have to say?
As far as we go, I feel like we've never had a relationship at all. I feel like you're a complete stranger, and I literally have like not a single good memory at all. That's legitimately how I feel. Like, I don't have like any hatred or anything anymore. I'm just like, I wipe my hands clean of that. I don't want like any negativity or anything in my life, and I feel like that's all he ever brought around.
Tell me what you're feeling right now.
That I know that there's a lot of things that I've done for these children that have been sitting right here that a lot of men would not do. But why is it, though, that for some reason it's as if I didn't do those things?
Mr. J.
Yep.
You don't get brownie points for what you are supposed to do for your children.
I'm not looking for brownie points, but
Well,
I'm not this father that didn't
well,
do nothing for my kids.
nobody said you didn't
I did
do
a lot of
anything.
stuff that a lot of
You
men
did a
wouldn't
lot,
do,
and there's
wouldn't
a
try
lot
to
that
do.
you didn't
and there
do.
was a lot of, listen, there was a
And-
lot of interference.
Okay, I really feel like you're not, and it's just too late, basically.
You should try with your younger kids, because everybody's sitting on this couch like, we don't hate you. I just don't like you, really.
It's a consequence. This is now a consequence of your behavior, years and years, for which no one has ever held you accountable. And it's not really that they don't want to be in relationship with you. They don't trust you. And they don't trust you with their heart because of your inconsistent, irresponsible, self-aggrandizing, ego-based behavior. Do you love these people? Do you love him? That's a yes or no.
Yes, times 10 million. Absolutely.
Do you love him enough to let him go and never, ever make any attempt to contact them again? You love them enough to let them go?
If I thought that that was the best thing
It's a
for
yes
them,
or no.
I don't know. I don't understand.
It's a yes or no.
Right. I mean, if they don't want nothing to do with me and don't want me in their
They
life,
don't want anything to do with you.
well, in that
They're
case,
embarrassed by you.
Right.
They think it's disgusting to be one of your 34 children.
this has been one of the most painful experiences I ever had in my life. I'm numb.
Do you love your children enough to let them go?
I do.
They are adults. They get to choose. He's really lost the privilege of fathering those adults now. So the rebuilding of those relationships is gonna have to come on their terms, which is why I said to him, let them go. I told Mr. J this morning that I was gonna blow his life up, meaning interrupt the patterns. And I knew the explosion would be catastrophic. There are some things that are never, ever going to be the same in this man's life.
Next time.
You need a stark shot of reality.
The Iyanla Mega Fix.
Are you in a monogamous relationship with her?
Sometimes.
Is she your girlfriend now?
The explosive conclusion.
You're not being honest right now.
I know it's
Why are you crying?
Because this whole thing has been a lie.
My kids, I never wanted them to be a none of this. And all because of you.
The dynamic is being set up on some ambush. Made me think that this was gonna be something that wasn't.
I told you I was gonna blow your world up.
You took little fragments from everybody's life and threw them out there so there could be an explosion.
Can Iyanla break through, or has too much damage already been done?
I just wanna leave, man.
Okay, so go ahead and leave. Don't chase him. Don't follow him. If he's done, I'm done.
The Mega Fix conclusion.